Hey guys and girls, Joe Gehring here from Abeloff Buick-GMC and Kia. Just want to bring you a quick video of the 2021 Kia Sorento. This is the first installment in this series. All right, this is the S model, so stay tuned, find out all about this brand new car, and can't wait to show you around. This is a really impressive vehicle. I think that this vehicle more accurately reflects the segment it serves. Obviously the Telluride's been very widely received or very well received in the three-row SUV segment, and the Sorento has always been a bridge vehicle for Kia. It kind of, I don't want to say it didn't do anything well, because it did a lot very well, but it was never as big as like the Ascent. It was never, in terms of size, of course, as the Ascent or the Pilot, and certainly not like the Traverse or anything like that. But it does serve a purpose. Actually, not as big as the Highlander either, but it always served a purpose. Kia needed kind of a multi-purpose third-row vehicle, and the Sorento has been very, very strong seller for them in that segment. Well, the Sorento now, I actually think it's a little smaller than the last model, but it's still got a lot of great space in it, and again, I think it more accurately reflects the segment that it serves. The Telluride's obviously a lot larger, and there's a reason for that. This vehicle, okay, does come standard with a 4-cylinder engine. This one is the S model and comes standard with a 2.5 liter, which is a new engine, different than the 2.4 liter. Some people have heard some things about the 2.4 liter, unfortunately, but the 2.5 liter, it's a brand new engine from Kia. It's 191 horsepower. It's mated through their 8-speed transmission, and honestly, it's a great setup. I had a chance to drive this car earlier. It's got good pickup. It's very plush. It's well put together. The design and the way that the ergonomics of the car and just everything about this car was very, very well thought out. Again, the Sorento has always been a big seller for Kia, so they didn't rush this vehicle to market, especially once they saw how successful the Telluride was going to be. I think they actually slowed down and took their time and made this car right. I'm sorry that this car is so dirty. Unfortunately, we got 3 of them in today. We've already sold one. I wanted to make sure that we had a chance to get a video to you guys right away, and the best way to do that is just take a video even when they're dirty. We're going to jump in the inside here in a second, and I just want to show you around the vehicle because there's so many things that they've done for this. Not only set it apart from the old Sorento, but compared to even some of the new vehicles that are out right now from Kia, they've done a really nice job. So stay tuned. We're going to jump in the inside of this car and we'll talk about it a little bit more. This is the S model again. All right, so this vehicle features the lighter gray. It's called Gray Syntex, okay, and it's a synthetic leather, but it's very nice. It's very plush actually to feel it, and the stitching in it, it looks great. There's, I don't know. I be honest with you, I've never been super big on leather myself. I mean, I get that other people are, and it's great because it cleans well and all that stuff. I don't really know what the benefit to synthetic leather is, maybe other than it comes, doesn't come from an animal, but either way, that's what this is. It's a Syntex, which is like a synthetic leather. It's not vinyl. It's not like that cheap plastic. That's not what it feels like. It feels plush. It feels like regular leather, to be honest with you. So, but that's actually, what they carry all the way through until you get up into the X-Line or into the X-Line Prestige. Then you're going to go into, real leather. Don't know exactly the reason for that again, but it's Kia. That's why that's what they did. The S model though, this is, I don't think it would be a far stretch of the imagination to say that this is going to be probably the highest volume car that we're going to sell of this lineup, because it really does it all. Actually, the one we sold this morning had a panoramic sunroof in it. This one is $35,625. I don't remember what it was to the penny, but the one with the panoramic sunroof in it was like $36,500. It wasn't really that much more, and don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to make light. $36,500 or $37,000 to me is still a lot of money. I think it's a lot of money to most people, but it's not, I guess, crazy money like what you see in some of these SUVs that are getting up, at $50,000-$60,000 price point. So especially if you lease it or anything like that, it can be made affordable, as I guess what I'm trying to get at here, folks. But this is a completely redesigned car. There's nothing that carried over. All the new displays, all the LCD displays here, and also the new infotainment system that they put in. It's a nice setup. It really is. This one has the 8-inch touchscreen with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and it's got the rear view camera with dynamic guidelines, and there's just a bunch of things that they put in that center display. It's nice. I actually like this display a little bit better than what I've seen in some of the K5s and even in some of the Tellurides. I mean, the Telluride's great. It's very, very popular, but this 8-inch screen seems to be be, I don't know, more pronounced. It's more there. I don't know how to describe it to you. And it's also, it's taller. It seems like it's a taller screen, and I like that. I like it. It's more square looking as opposed to that real long rectangle look. I don't know. I think it looks pretty good. But you know, classic Kia. What I'm going to start calling classic Kia quality at this point. They do so many nice things and just little attentions to detail that I don't know. I think Kia is really pulling away from a lot of their counterparts these days, and not only in build quality, but you know, the ergonomics and just how well things are thought out, and also in the key touch points. Like, you know, I jumped into, I'm not going to say the brand because I don't want to sound like I'm bashing another vehicle, but I jumped into a vehicle today. It was a vehicle I appraised for trade-in, and you know, I moved the shifter back to reverse, and I thought to myself, like, man, like this is a fairly new car. Like, it feels clunky. Now, obviously, this being a 2021, it's a brand new car. You put this thing in drive, like just something as simple as the shifter moving, to me, makes a big difference. So to put it back into reverse and then to move it to drive, like, it felt very effortless and it felt very solid. It's kind of, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it on the video, but you shut the door in this vehicle and it sounds very solid because it's a well-built car. Kia, actually, we just got notification Kia won yet another initial quality award from JD Power and Associates. This is many years in a row now. I can't remember what it said, but it was the 5th or the 6th year right in a row for JD Power and Associates, because Kia's invested a ton of money in research and development and how to make a great car. This is a 3rd row vehicle. This one has a 2nd row bench in it. Hopefully you guys will freak out over this, but the 2nd row in the Sorento is actually available with captain's chairs now. Yes, the Sorento is finally available with captain's chairs. It was the biggest complaint we ever got about the Sorento, is that it didn't have captain's chairs. Now it has captain's chairs. Bear in mind, when you go to captain's chairs in the Sorento, it becomes a 6-passenger vehicle. It's no longer a 7-passenger vehicle, which is fine. A lot of folks don't know this. The Acadia went to 6-passenger seating setup a couple years ago now, and guess what? They sell more Acadias now than they ever sold. So that's great news for the Sorento. The Sorento's finally filling the place in the segment that it really should. Before you listen to me talk about this any longer, though, you really should hit subscribe as well as hit the notification button, because that's really the only thing that makes me shut up. So just kidding, but we're trying to put as much great content out as we possibly can so that you guys and girls can stay up on the latest and greatest of the Kia lineups, as well as Buick-GMC for our dealership, and that way you guys can do some vehicle shopping right from the comfort of your home. But do appreciate it. Stay tuned here. We're going to get this finished up for you. There it is, the 2021 Kia Sorento S line. Again, hit subscribe as well as hit the notification. Now, this is the first installment in the Sorento lineup that we've gotten, and I'm going to put a video out of every single Sorento that comes in. So when we get the EX, I'm going to do an EX video. When we get the SX, I'm going to do the SX video. When we get the LX, I'm going to do the LX video. And when we get the SX and SX Prestige, I'm going to do videos for each one of those vehicles, as well as getting ready to do some comparison videos out of not only this vehicle, but comparing it to Tellurides and other vehicles in the lineups and segments that it's going to compete well against. So please make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as the notification button. That way you guys can stay up to date and how great this new Sorento is going to perform in the marketplace. All right, but thank you so much for staying tuned. You and your family stay safe at home, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.